This is seriously going to save us like probably 45 minutes to an hour. But we do have to establish how deep it is because you don't want to find out that thing's 1 metre deeper than the car is. So you're going to have to go out there.
Right. I'm going to have to go out there. Well, why don't you?
Because I'm driving. Just go out there and find out how deep it is and I'll drive across. It's worth it, Ewan. We're going to win this race. Ewan is outside this car in his underpants. I don't ever remember saying, take your clothes off.
Yeah, you'll be right, in you go.
Ewan! You have to get out of the way, because once I'm going, I can't stop. This was like a scene from Lord of the Rings that had gone horribly, horribly wrong. I can't stop to pick you up. I have to keep it moving. This is a proper four-wheel drive. If you haven't guessed, I really like it. I mean, four-wheel drive low, and the thing just is unstoppable.
Jacobson!
Paigey, I will be honest and say I will thank you for a job well done. Thanks for getting the water.
Right.
Paigey,
Let's go.
where's your clothes?
Now that the Fuzz have finished their inquiry, I can finally open up 10 cylinders of Germany's finest. This goes from 0 to 100 in 4.1 seconds. Do I need to say any more?
You got your ears on, Steve-O?
Yes, what now?
Steve, did they ask you what kind of speed you'd been doing?
No. But it was a convenient hold-up, wasn't it?
Can't believe you're accusing me of calling the police on my mobile phone. As you know, it's illegal to use your mobile phone when you're driving, so I got Ewan to make the call.
How are you clowns going anyway? Has your colon fallen out of your exhaust?
Our Collins was still intact because despite the terrain we were covering, this is a comfortable German car.
All of this stuff in here, the seat trim and the controls.
Yeah, it looks great.
It's VW Golf.
Well, who says just because you're forward driving you can't have a good interior? And I tell you what, half the tradesmen will end up driving these things.
Oh.
And it'll take on the big boys. Find out where Pizzardi is. Find out where Pizzardi is.
Whereabouts are you, mate?
At the moment, I am about 40 k's away.
Where are we?
I don't know. Based on our very loose calculations, Steve should finish in about 20 minutes. It was time for us to put the foot down.
Not sure this is a good idea. Oh, my God!
After spending more time on the road than a Rolling Stones groupie,
Cheers,
we
mate.
had finally reached the end, and victory was ours. Or was it?
Try the steak, it's really good.
Knew I should have gone with you. Steve! Steve!
Son of a bitch. Yeah, go on. Yeah, I know. You're a winner. Yeah, OK, you're a winner. But let's be honest. I do like the Audi. You're a winner. But the real winner of this story, in my mind,
Was
because
me?
it's beyond the race, it is the Amarok. It really is. Look, all I'm saying is this against the Hilux, it's going to be the mundane green battle of the motoring world.
A bit more like Mundine v Mundine, because, you know, it used to be that the Japanese used to get the European cars and pull them apart and remake them in their own, with their own badge on it. And now you got the Europeans, this is a photocopy of a Hilux.
Do you want to know what the most important car here is?
What?
Who would like to see the Amarok stigged? One person. There you go.
Look, you can correct.
Who would like to see the Audi stigged?
Might be on your own there.
The prosecution rests. Let's hand it over to the Stig. Listen to the V10 off the line. Oh, DSG twin clutch gearbox all the way up to 4th gear for turn 1, back to 3rd.
But no toolbox, you might notice, Shane.
Yes, no blue healer in the back either.
But it has got enough room for all of your friends, Steve Pizzardi.
Yeah, with one seat to spare. Stig on the way up the hill, coming up to the fast turn 3 and 4. How does he go here? Well, four-wheel drive means you probably won't get the tail out, and he doesn't. Fastest corner on the track, 0.5. Brockies, look at that, flat as something that's really flat. Follow through.
That is quick, isn't it?
That is really quick. Oh, a bit of rear steer action happening. Great.
Yeah?
Yep, love that. How does it go around the question mark?
Wait.
Yeah, Stig did report that out of there didn't have to even feather the throttle. Four-wheel drive system doing its job, just nailed it. Through the bus stop, really important part of the track, keep the speed up. And across the line he goes.
Where will it go?
What do you reckon? Unfortunately, the last time we've got an R8 time here, but that was done in the wet.
Yes.
And the closest car to this is the LP550 Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is the four-wheel drive. Anyways, R8 V10 spied in a 125.20.
Good, it's
Right
good, it's
there.
good. That's great, mate. Is there room for it?
Man,
We're back right up to this. Don't go away. Still to come on Top Gear. Ewan gives us a rare insight into the world of cycling.
There's no such thing as a red light.
And Hamish Blake goes light in a desperate attempt to top Andy's time.
Oh, don't. This is a serious show. Don't sexualise me.
Сотни мыслей в моей голове, как цифры в экране. Но когда я на сцене, я в своей зоне. Моя жизнь — это симфония, каждая нота мечта. Я пишу свой путь, даже если мне сопротивляются. Бьющийся ритм, словно сердцебиение. Это моя музыка, это моя пленяющая медитация. Мир за окном, но я на вершине. Моя сила идет изнутри, она не имеет предела. Кубок наливается ядом внутри меня. Не знал, что там спрятано, но я принял риск, это правда. Я создаю себя заново, не останавливаясь ни на мгновение.
Okay, now Shane, you know I'm a very tolerant man.
Tolerant man?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I am very tolerant, but I tell you what really gets me is when people take up cycling, suddenly they think they're all Mother Teresa. They get on this moral high ground.
No, not that you are.
No, I'm
all
not.
of them. You're saying all of them.
Look, I don't know the percentages. Look, who finds cyclists annoying? Okay, the fact is it's difficult to coexist, so I kind of think we need a public service announcement. Here it is. Our bike for today will be the smart car, and I will drive it like some cyclists ride, with no regard for the law whatsoever. But first things first, the Lycra. Why? Because it makes me feel sexy. It will also serve as a constant reminder that I am a motorist, acting like a cyclist. To our first example, the split personality cyclist. Let's do the push bike thing. Fantastic. I'll just duck out in front of that car there. Dangerous, annoying, and mental. And we're not just talking footpaths. Cyclists are like cockroaches. They pop up everywhere.
Morning.
And this brings us to our second example, the colourblind cyclist. Red lights may be a bit of an obstacle for you, the car driver, but me, the push bike rider, they don't apply. I'll just ease out round here and off I'll go. Hey, morning, morning. None of us really like traffic jams, but most of us kind of stick to the rules. Rules for car drivers. Yes. What if we motorists split lanes like you cyclists?
Get out of it.
As you should. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. And what if we were all as slow off the mark? Takes a little bit, but it's all right because Australian drivers are understanding drivers. Now, for some reason, cyclists think they can ride 3 abreast. What if we all did that? Mate, yeah. And what if all drivers decided to be as expressive as our 2-wheeled friends? Get out! Idiots. And last, but by no means least, what about parking? What if all drivers decided they could park wherever they bloody well wanted to? I think I'll just stop here. Don't go for coffee wearing your lycra. When I go to a cafe, I want to see croissants and bagels, not meat and 2 veg. Oh, yes. Imagine a world where all motorists behaved like cyclists. Lots of abuse, plenty of chaos, and way too many men with shaved legs.
Steve, you're a cyclist. Do you want to make a comment at this point in time?
Yes, I am a cyclist.
You are?
Ewan. Yes, I am predominantly a motorist, but I also do what? Close to 10,000 kilometres on my bike a year.
You've got a car. What
No. But, ladies and gentlemen, the non-inflammatory journalism style of Ewan Page. Well-balanced, even-handed approach to all that.
Perhaps not.
Believe it or not, I mean, that really does bring a really good point to light because there is a lot of antagonism out there.
Yes, there is.
People don't like cyclists, yes? Yes. Right. Now, believe it or not, it's not the car driver's fault and it's not the cyclist's fault.
Whose is it?
It's the government's fault.
How so?
No, it's quite simply, it's one of those situations where the government hasn't trained us to deal with other road users, believe it or not. Who here doesn't know that it is completely legal to ride 2 abreast? So no one knows that.
I do have a beat. So when they're riding in a lane side by side, you're saying that's legal?
Perfectly legal, and the fact that no one knew that is exactly the point.
But is it recommended? Do you think it's a smart
absolutely
thing?
it's recommended. It's far safer to ride 2 abreast than to be single lane.
How so?
Because then the car tries to be in the same lane with you and they squeeze you up against the gutter. It's actually safer and it's legal.
No, you're right. It's all the government's fault. And I can speak from personal experience here. The answer is ban lycra!
Anyway, folks, we're going to stay here and continue to argue. You're going to watch some commercials and we'll be back. Don't go away. There you go. Coming up on Top Gear Australia, it's crunch time. Will Hamish beat Andy's sizzling lap?
Well, I know that Andy's, he's top of the pops.
And the stunning redback, Australia's sexiest supercar. Okay, last week on the show, we had Andy Lees, you may remember, who took on our celebrity track in our ute. This week we have the other half of the dynamic duo that is Hamish and Andy. He's 2 of my favourite things, this man. He's a great bloke and an incredibly funny guy. It is Hamish Blake!
Yes, all right, yeah. Yeah, give it up for good driving.
Mate, welcome to the show.
Oh, great to be here. Thanks for recognising professional driving.
You were just, when we talk about racing car drivers or car racing, you're just an obvious choice.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
the first name that comes to everyone's mind.
Rolls off the tongue. And here, very happy to... Obviously, I thought since we were driving a ute, I tried to tough it up by wearing a farmer's shirt. Give me something that makes me look tough.
Would you call yourself a car person?
No, look, I'm a bit of a car person. I've owned 3. So, not at the same time. Although it would be the least impressive fleet of cars in the world.
So what are they?
It would be, I'd love to have a garage that held 3 cars so I can invite people in and go, behold, my fleet of cars. A 1985 Audi 80, a 1991 Hyundai Excel, and a current day Mazda 3. Sometimes I wake up and don't know which one to drive. But I remember, you see the badge, you see the Audi badge. Buying it at the time, I was 19 years old. It was about $4.5 grand. I had to take out a huge loan to get it. And you just think, I'm probably going to sleep with every girl at uni. Quick poll. Who here has owned an Audi 100 CD?
An Audi 100?
I'd never seen one before, and I've never seen one since. I didn't even know if it was an Audi. every time I took it in to the mechanics, he'd go, mate, what is this? And I go, it's sort of like Vorsprung do a technique, yeah, made by Germans. He'd go, why don't you get a Ford or a Holden? Yeah, I know, I know.
Andy and me raced each other at the Grand Prix, and so did you. You were there.
Yeah.
Now, I know that I finished 5th. I think Andy finished 6th or 7th.
Where did you finish?
I finished, I was going bloody quick at the end. It was hard to see the pit board. So all I can remember crackling over the radio was, get off, we want to start the real race.
The event is over.
Yeah. It's Tuesday. We've all finished. I dawdled over the line somewhere in the middle of the pack. The annoying thing about that was, on our radio show, we had a bet that whoever lost out of the two of us had to wear the helmet for the rest of the week. Which sounded hilarious at the time because I thought I was definitely going to win. But, so it's one of these like race helmets that gets padlocked. So we drilled a hole in the cord and padlocked it on so I couldn't just sort of slip it off at night. Except it's only a few kilograms, but over a week...
It builds up.
The toll that takes on your neck muscles, right? Like, I couldn't lift my head anymore. So I'd turn up, like, we'd get to work or something, I'd go to Mum's house for dinner and just sit at the table and have to just rest my head on it. for like a whole week.
You would say you and Andy are great mates, yeah?
Absolutely.
You travel a lot. I mean, you always let each other know what you're doing. And so you always know when he's here.
Yeah. Sorry, the reason I was so shocked, I was like, that can't be Andy because it's just the cheek. What's going on?
That's an awkward confession.
Why has he got frigid on national TV?
Now, how do you think you went versus you've seen Andy's lap?
Well, I know that Andy's, he's top of the pops. Well, I saw the footage that went out to the track. All right, Andy's taken his pants off. That's a good idea for weight. Much like the Lotus.
Wait.
Much like
I do wear 10-kilogram pants.
Well, you do what you
in a
can.
suit of armour from the waist down.
You
actually.
do what you can.
Yeah, you
Much
do.
like the Lotus Elise,
Yeah.
I stripped back everything.
Yes.
I went. This
Nice
is
car reference too. by
This
the way.
is crazy. I don't want any extra weight in the car with me. So that was very much my thinking going into jumping.
Max or L?
Yeah, well, I kept undies on just because for the time
You
slot.
had the jock hanky on, it's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see Hamish Blake in his underpants, in a ute, on a racetrack.